시간 둘셋 안녕하세요. 우리는 파전입니다.
So many.
Mhm.
Okay,
Like this. I have Can I?
yeah, sure.
I have talked about this with friends before. But this like, what do you think about which one should be responsible in paying your dining? Is it the male or female? Have you ever heard about this?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
So many people talk about this.
I talked to this with my group of friends, I think 2-3 weeks ago.
And then what?
Oh boy, it's heated, man. So there's the guy side and the girl side. Wow, it's very interesting. So what's the outcome that you hear? Like, what's the outcome of the discussion that you have?
I think in my discussion too, it's also split into two. Because usually I talk about this discussion with female friends more than male friends, so I out to like understand the both perspective, who think that female and male should be the one who pay for dinners, and then I also understand people who think that it should be both person who pay for the bills. And do I need to talk about my perception?
Of course, you need to talk about your opinion.
As of my opinion as a female, okay, I do have like two ways of thinking based on the gender equality mindset and the non-gender equality mindset. No, not non.
Okay,
like
go ahead.
Yeah, from the gender equality mindset, I believe that that dinner date should be on both party, like should be
It should be shared among the guys and the girls, right?
among guys. Yeah. I mean, because I think here is it like a lot of people say that they are a gender equality supporter. They demand the girls' rights. They demand that girls should be respected and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But still, guys have this responsibility to pay for dinner. I think it's not fair because gender equality is what equality is, what fairness between both parties. I mean, of course, financial things is man's responsibility, but I think it's also female responsibility. So it's not just one person responsibility. So yeah, I mean, like, especially if you are not in the married relationship yet, I think that makes it more make sense if dating, dinner, and stuff like that is split into two of them, because that means it's being fair between female and male. I mean, like, if you still in the I talk it in the perspective of like before marriage relationship, okay?
Okay.
Boyfriend and girlfriend relationship.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, because when you're not got married yet, you both are still like, have responsibility on your life. So why do the male have to pay everything for you? I don't think it's fair for the male. Yeah. Then
True.
then it doesn't make sense. Like, you're supporting gender equality, but you put all the responsibility on him, and then you want all the right for you. Then doesn't make sense. Right? Then there's gonna be people like, but anyways, woman gonna be the one who giving birth. So of course it's gonna be male responsibility to pay for our bills. But then it's second, if you believe in the gender equality, then you know that giving birth is actually a woman's rights. You have the right to giving birth, and you also have the right to not doing it if you don't want to. If you believe in gender equality, I mean, you know what I mean, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's not your duty to giving birth. It's your right. If you really want it, I mean, like, if you want to have a family, of course you are going to giving birth, right? So it's your right, it's not your duty. So if you still think that girls' duty is giving birth and guys' duty is to paying for bills, then you shouldn't say that you are a gender equality supporter. Because
True.
it makes you being inconsistent with your, with your
Right.
belief. And if you're not, I mean, like, I think so many people is nowadays is like, just following what is the trend, like, in the social media, like, oh, there's so many people supporting gender equality, then I also need to do it. But then in the practical life, you're being inconsistent with what you're saying. Then yeah, I think you shouldn't do it. Like, if you still believe that, in what is it, the antonym of gender equality, like patriarchy.
Patriarchy. So that's the mistaken meaning of patriarchy, right? Patriarchy means that everything is centered on the male side.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So even there is the opposite of patriarchy, actually matriarchy, which is focused on the maternal side, the mother side.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think in general, a lot of culture is focused on patriarchy.
Patriarchy is
The
systemic.
typical East Asian focus on patriarchy. That's why they value more. They value
And then
son
woman.
more than daughter, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But then there's some tribe that actually do the opposite. They do the matriarchy way.
Mm-hmm.
So if let's say you are a love a relationship with someone from this particular tribe, then you will adopt their surname instead of they are adopting your surname.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Heard about it.
So yeah, that's about patriarchy and monarchy. But let's get back to the split bill kind of thing. So you
Okay.
mentioned that it goes a long way, but you mentioned there's a gender equality way and non-gender equality perspective that you mentioned.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
you mentioned
Uh,
the former one. How about the later one?
okay, about the latter one. So let's just forget about the gender equality mindset. Okay, let's just talk
There.
about
Let's say yep.
yeah, in the perception of Patricia as a person. So I talk with my friends about this topic, and then I asked some people who think that male should that the male part should be the one who pay for the dinner. I asked why, what's the reason? Then most of them have these two reasons. Because first, their parent taught her so, like, male should be the one who pay, yeah. And then because usually because their parents think that anyways, if you date someone, then that it means that he is the potential person to be your husband, so he needs to be trained to be a good husband. That's the first reason. And the second reason, especially is during the first date, they say, like, yeah, it should be the male or the guy who pays for the dinner, because he is the one who initiates for the dinner. So it's his responsibility to do it. Have you heard this reason? Have you ever heard about this too?
Okay, so here, okay, I'll also reflect my opinion after this.
Okay.
So I guess to some degree, because you studied abroad and then now you're back home country, so you also partially agree to what they said, right?
No. Say, wait. Wait. No, wait. I haven't finished my
Okay, sorry.
opinion.
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah,
No,
sure.
it's okay. So yeah, I heard about this opinion, but then I disagree with them because of these two reasons as well. First, they said that their parents taught them so, but my parents never taught myself like that. They never like really told me that when when you're on date with someone, the guy should be the one who pays for you. And even my parents always give me, like, I mean, like, before I work, right, before, I think it's before college, like during high school, usually even when I have a date with someone, they still like giving me money to pay for my bills. So yeah, they are not the kind of parents who taught me that mindset. Like, even they kind of forced me to be the one who pay for my own bills. And then the second one, like when they say, like, yeah, first date, the guy who initiate the date, so he is responsible for the dinner or lunch, something like that. And in my opinion, because usually if I already said okay to someone for a date, for dinner, for anything, that means that I actually kind of, have my eye on him. I kind of have a crush or attract with him, at least, like, want to know him more. So I think, the date itself is not only him who anticipated it. I also anticipated. So I think it's more fair if we pay for our own bills because anyway, both of us are enjoy it. So
True.
yeah, so that's why I mean, like in my perspective, it's way more fair. It's way more makes sense if both pay the bill because when you're on date, it's not only the guy who enjoy it. You as a girl also enjoy it. So
Yep.
why not? Why don't you pay your own bills? I mean, of course, sometimes if you are already in a very serious relationship, you also anticipate that guy is gonna pay for your bills, but it's not because of his responsibility. But I think it's because like an expression of love, like it's one of the love language, like the gift giving.
Yes.
Have you
Yes.
ever heard about it? Yeah. So
Yeah.
So I think yeah, but I think it's also applies in both ways. I mean, like not the guys, it's not the guys who need to express that kind of love every time, but I think girls should do it too. So yeah, I think I mean
Okay. So, in your opinion, you should share. You should share the bill, right? You should
yes,
split the bill.
they
However, will you actively suggest, "Hey, let's split the bill"?
I do. I always like do it, but like if the guys want to pay the bills and like if he insists, I mean I know some of the guys have that kind of pride or something. I don't know how. Like I already say, like I want to pay the bills. I even ask his bank account and stuff like that. Some of them I already pay. I already send the money. I mean in China we have Alipay, right? We don't need to
Correct.
ask for bank account anymore. We just gonna send the money and then he reject it and then I was like, yeah, okay.
Oh,
I mean
so you send the money to them,
yeah,
but
well,
they can't recheck it.
they can reject it. Yeah, they can reject.
I
Yeah.
see.
I mean, like food
Okay.
doesn't want free food. No, if you feel if it is fried, then I'm also okay. I mean, like maybe he like me that much.
Oh, okay. So that's one way to perceive it. Okay.
Yeah.
So so now let me share from my perspective.
Okay.
So as on the guy perspective, there's some degree of truth on the non-gender equality that you mentioned.
Oh, okay.
So let's say the guy is initiating the date. Okay. So let's say it's the first date. Sure,
Mhm.
I invited you. I will pay for it. But then, hear me out. Then, if let's say they suggest, hey, you want to split the bill? For me, at least, I won't reject it. Like, oh, okay, sure, let's split the bill.
Okay.
Because, hear me out, it doesn't mean that I'm being cheapo. So let's say this is the very first date you are meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and things doesn't work out. And in my opinion, I perceive that, hey, let's split the bill is also one way. Hey, I think it doesn't work out. So instead of
Oh.
burdening one another with future meeting where I should pay later on or whatever, let's split the bill.
Oh. Okay.
So that's one perspective that I see it.
You don't feel hurt, or you don't feel your pride is hurt when the girls ask you to split bills.
No, why would I?
Okay. Well, I mean, I thought that some of guys will be think that so.
Yeah, I think that's what most girls think that, oh, why must the guy pay the bills first? Is this like patriarchy? Then I can pay my bills as well. But no, the guys often doesn't think, oh, it's my pride, it's my ego. It's just, well, I invite her out, or well, I guess this is the cost of relationship, so just go ahead with it anyway. We
Oh.
don't mind about it.
Oh. Okay.
But we won't actively pursue like, hey, do you want to split the bill? Hey, do you want to split the bill? No, we won't.
Why?
I don't know, right? It's like,
Mm.
I guess there's no point. Like, why would I split the bill if I can pay it? Like, I think to see on the guy's perspective, like
Mhm.
this is a gratitude to you that hey, thank you for coming down and
Oh.
spending the time. So let me pay the bill first.
Mhm.
However, right, one of the particular norm here is that usually we go for second round. Let's say you're going for lunch and then going for dessert, right?
Mhm.
So usually, okay, let's say we pay the first one, then maybe the dessert they usually more active, like, oh, I already paid for it. So okay, then I guess in some way it's like balance out per se.
Uh, okay, okay.
But no, on the female side of things, from the female friend that I heard,
Mhm.
they are also willing for split bills
Mm.
because they also think, well, I can pay my rents, I can pay my bills. I also work. I'm a career woman. Like I also can pay it. Why don't you ask from us? Then the thing is, from our opinion is that why would I ask? I mean, I enjoy it. I think there's a cost that worth the money anyway, so just pay for it. However, so in Singapore we have this pay now, right? Like similar to Alipay, where you transfer money with mobile phone number.
Mhm.
So let's say I pay for it, they know the numbers, what is their shares, then they transfer out to us. Then
Mhm.
we just ask, hey, why do you transfer to me? Oh, yeah, I want to split the bill. Then okay, that's fine. But eventually, it's not your last date. There will be a subsequent date, and I think that will be fine as well. And I found that another strategy that I think of for male friends. So I'm sorry, guys, if I spoil any secret. But one way to, let's say, to encourage, let's say, the split bill behavior is that, hey, can you pay for the bill first? I'll pay now you later. So you see,
Oh.
they are paying for their shares. I'm also paying for my shares, right?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Let's say you are already at that intermediate advanced stage, so you can feel free to split bill.
Oh, but wait, I have a question. You have this discussion between friends, like friends from different countries, or only
No.
from,
Unfortunately, no.
so it's only from Indonesian perspective, like.
Yeah,
Oh.
but they already work here at least. Uh, I think most of us work. The average working years here is 5 years. The person that joined the discussion,
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
they have like this diaspora mindset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, got it. I mean, like, because you said that because they already been there for a long time, so I think, I mean, like, mindset can be, can be affected by the culture.
Exactly,
I
it's a
mean,
different mindset and different culture on about dating even.
yes, that's true. Because I think my way of thinking now and then is um, so much different, especially in this kind of topic.
Hmm.
I still remember, like, before I went abroad, like when I dated a guy, I feel like it is necessary. It's a must from the guy side to pick me up, like
Hmm.
pick me up by a car. Yeah, I mean, like, here in Indonesia, we usually,
It's a norm, right? Like
yeah, it's a
everyone pick
norm,
up by the car.
by the car, or yeah, or or car, or I mean, like, motorcycles usually, or like, because I think we live in a circle of friends who usually driving cars, so we have the mindset that the guys should be the one who pick me up with the car, so otherwise
Hmm.
then it's a no.
Yep.
And
Right.
then, like, it's a very no if the girls went to pick up guys, or even like meet in the one point by themselves. Like, it's so, I mean, like, it's so weird.
Hmm.
Even when I think it now, it's here, it's so weird because uh yeah, like what you say, it's a norm here, like the guys should be the one who pick the girls. But for now, because I think I've been abroad for how many years? I mean, like, when I
For
have
years at least, right?
about 5 6 years.
Ah.
I mean, like, usually when I went on a date, we usually, like, when we usually gonna meet in a one point.
The meeting point. Let's say, hey,
Meeting
let's meet
point.
here.
Yeah. So I used to it. And then actually for now, I feel sometimes I feel uncomfortable when I have to be picked up with a guy. Is yeah, I think it feels strange, yeah. Then when I reflect it myself, I think, oh yeah, I think that's because of this culture and then a custom of the lifestyle. Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of discussion about splitting bills. Let's do the balance game.
Okay. Balance games. Like this.
Okay. Yes. Will you prefer to be loved or to love someone?
Oh my god, this is going to be a very long discussion too.
No, it's a quick answer now.